This week, Natalie Dawson was on the Diary of a CEO, and she gave the 10 things that she thinks that you need to do to be a millionaire in business. So I'm going to break these down for you and see how you can actually apply these to your everyday life if you're a woman in business and you want to hit those seven figures. Here we go. Okay, so here's the 10 steps to becoming a millionaire from Natalie Dawson. We're going to break down how to apply them in your business and your life. She said, you don't get what you want, you get what you're committed to. So let's talk about these 10 habits. And when implemented with focus, they will change the game, not just for your income, but for your identity as a CEO. If you're like many founders that I work with, you're hungry for that clarity, focus, and momentum. So let's break this down. These are the things that she said during the podcast of A Diary of a CEO. She said, research jobs that millionaires have, rate your skills and interests, and then pick one to master. Cut out energy draining people, study the top 10 in your field, use every moment to build skills, follow only millionaires on social, eliminate distractions like Netflix and doom scrolling, be willing to invest, even go into debt for knowledge, attend events with successful people, and master the art of selling yourself, your ideas, and your offers. So let's get into it. Right, research jobs that millionaires have. So you've been working hard in your business, but wondering, why am I still stuck at this income level? So we need to make sure that we've got a business that actually generates a lot of profit and income. So it might take a little bit of going back to the drawing board on this one. But what we can do is we can look at the jobs that millionaires have. What have they built? What engine have they built? And what jobs do they do within those engines that they have built to create the wealth that they've built? So, what business model creates the kind of wealth that you want, and can you build it? Remember that all these people started somewhere. So, thinking that it's impossible to attain is just a set of actions that we need to figure out to get where we want to go. So, search for 5 millionaires in your niche or people that are doing super successful in your eyes or adjacent industries and map out what do they sell and who do they sell it to and at what price and what is automated within it. How have they got there? How have they been able to make money from what it is that they're doing? Did they have to put a lot of money in the type of business model that they have to be able to get money out? Try to reverse engineer it to see which bits of you are missing and which bits you'll need to find knowledge on to fill the gaps of how to do it. One of my clients was charging $150 an hour for coaching, working all day and absolutely exhausted. We looked at a peer making 10 times more, and the difference was not talent. She wasn't better, she didn't have a better brand, nothing like that. It was just how she was packaging it and putting it together. We productized a 6-week group program for £2,000, and we package the same content at a higher value, just with a different model. And she made the money that she wants to make. Sometimes it's just about looking at how people are packaging stuff and selling it to the world. It isn't a title. Wealth is not a title. It's just a system. So we need to build the system, and success leaves clues. All we need to do is look at the success clues and build the version of our own. Okay, number 2, rate your skills and interests and then pick one to master. So you're multi-passionate, you're good at a lot of things, but right now that is the problem. And I work with loads of women that do this, is that they're good at loads of things, but actually you need to pick the thing that you are the absolute master at and kind of outsource the rest to other people, because you need clarity. Yeah, clarity doesn't restrict you, it unlocks your results. So if you're in that place where you're kind of a little bit stuck in your business, you need to unlock the thing that you are the master at and then get rid of the rest of it. You need absolute focus and clarity. People don't pay for pretty good at a few things, they pay for mastery. So if they're buying into your service, they're absolutely paying for you to be the master in that area. That's what they're paying for. So if you need a bit more clarity on this, what you are the master at in your own business, draw a 2x2 grid, put interest versus skills. In the top right is your gold zone. That's the skill and business intersection to go all in. What are the things that you are good at, that you've got skills in? What are the things that you're not good at and you've not got skills in? What interests you? What you're definitely interested in the business and what you're not interested in. And when you put that on that quadrant, anything that lands in that top right is a thing that you should go all in on. Kill everything else, shelf it, and just go straight for that for 90 days. Go all in on the thing that you're amazing at. And then the rest, someone else can do it. Imagine you're hiring a heart surgeon and she says, I do a bit of everything, hearts, teeth, dog training, you'd run, right? The same is with your audience. Clarity builds trust. So double down on your mountain. You can't scale 5 at once. Number three, cut out energy draining people. If you keep saying, I'll protect my energy and I need better boundaries, but your calendar's still full of people who talk you out of your dreams, then we have a problem. Every conversation that you have is a vote for your future or against it. You don't owe access to anyone who doesn't support your growth. That boundary is the most essential thing into you moving forward in your business. And it's super, super essential to make sure that you know the boundary and you won't let the ones that don't have the respect of it to cross it. So I want you to think about your last 7 days. Who did you speak to and who left you feeling drained versus empowered? And choose one boundary to set this week, even if it's just a delay or a pause or a downgrade in access to you. It might be, not responding to WhatsApps 24/7. It might be not going to that birthday party, but just one thing at a time, right? Your energy is your responsibility. Write it down. My energy is my responsibility. How you feel around other people is your responsibility, and you need to set the boundaries. I was personally in a relationship that was a dead weight in terms of support for my business and my mindset. It just dragged me around. There was a lot of crazy things going on. And when I finally got the strength to leave, I made more money in a month than I had done in the entire year. And for me, the value of mindset, this is a hill that I will live and die on. The people that you spend your time with will determine your outcome. You need to spend time with people that are thinking where you're going and understand where you're trying to get to. And if you've got people in your life that don't understand that and they're your family or your spouse, whatever it is, that can be okay. But then we just don't need to talk about these dreams and visions if they're going to bring you down. Just don't talk about those conversations with them anymore. You can't grow a multi-million-pound business in a £5 circle. Curate who you spend time with and do it intentionally. Number 4, study the top 10. You keep asking, what should I do, while ignoring the blueprint sitting right in front of you. If you want to be in the 1%, study the 1% like it's your job. Success leaves patterns, and your job is to find them and then adapt it into your own system. Okay, so pick your 10 people. So 10 people are absolutely smashing it in your niche. What are they doing? What do they believe? What content do they have on repeat? What is their lead magnet? What's their offer? What's their call to action? If you can really nail down what these people are doing, look through it with a fine-tooth comb, you can figure out how you can be different, how your positioning can be the same as them, mimic what they're doing, but add your unique twist to it. Build your influence swipe file to review quickly. Just like athlete watches the game tape, you should watch the business tape. Most people scroll to compare and not to learn. Model the greats and then make it yours. The more you get your head into modeling people that are doing exactly what you want to do, the more your brain will start to put together the jigsaw pieces that you can create for yourself. Okay, number 5, use every moment to build skills. You're constantly busy, but how often are you getting better? We get into this cycle of just doing the thing, serving the clients, but actually we need to make sure that we're getting our business skills better every single day. Busyness does not equal growth. Repetition with feedback does. So mastery compounds like interest, especially in sales, messaging, content, and leadership. We need to pick one skill for you as a CEO in your business, one skill for the next 30 days, and just focus on getting better in that skill. Whether that's selling on calls, get yourself a script, follow that script, tweak, refine it, and get more sales over the line. Maybe it's writing emails, making sure that you're really getting your tone of voice in the emails, not using ChatGPT. It might be focusing on your content strategy. What is the thing that is going to compound over time so you get more business and repeat business? And we just want to practice daily, 15 minutes enough, and track your reps, track what you're putting in and what you get out. You will see what happens in your business when you start to build better skills and not just take for granted the ones that you have. Think of your business like a game. Every day you level up, you unlock a new power, higher prices, faster content, better team, better performance. Your business grows at the speed of your skills. So always be working on your skills. I really, really highly recommend everyone do this in your business, because we start out in business serving people. We think like, okay, great, I'm just going to sell this thing to people. I'm going to help them do X, Y, Z. But actually the skills of business are quite in depth and complicated, and those things aren't ever taught to us in schools. We're never taught how to grow sales, how to write content strategy, how to map out a business plan, how to scale. We're not taught these things, and doing it on the fly is just gonna slow you down. So making sure that you're spending time building skills is absolutely essential in your business. Follow only millionaires on social. So this is quite interesting. So I did this recently. I absolutely culled all my Instagram followers because I wanted to curate my feed. So she's saying follow only millionaires. Okay, fine. What I did was I culled everyone that wasn't in alignment with where I was going and the type of content that I wanted to consume. So if you're waking up, opening Instagram, and 30 minutes later you feel behind, anxious, and totally unclear about what you're doing, then your feed is something that you need to clean up. Okay, we need to make sure that your feed is focusing on your future. If you let noise in, it drowns out your own voice. Follow proof, not comparison. We do not want to be comparing ourselves to others on the internet. We want to be on our path, absolute rocket fire where we want to go. So unfollow or mute anyone who triggers confusion, self-doubt, or FOMO. And have that mentorship list. Keep 5 or 10 people whose content really elevates you. Put the little reminder on and check them with intention, not emotion. So look at how they're doing it and go back to the one where we look at how they're doing things so that we can implement those practices in our businesses. One of my clients was following 200 boss babes, shouting all contradictory advice. We unfollowed 90% of them. And within 30 days, her content got sharper. She launched a new offer and she told me it feels quiet in my head for the first time in months. Your feed is your boardroom. Fill it with mentors, not noise. So just reduce it down. We don't need so much noise. We just need one clear voice and really, really curated people that we want to learn from. This actually made a huge difference in my mindset and my business. And I think it's a really, really good one to do. 7, eliminate distractions. So Netflix and doom scrolling. So this is something that I cover a lot in my founder's flight path. Really looking at how you're spending your time and what you're watching outside of your business and what you're taking in. You say you don't have time to work on your business, but you're binging Netflix for 3 hours. Like, your business is not going to build itself. We need to make sure that we're spending all the time that we can, using it wisely and putting our effort and our energy into something that is going to get us somewhere. Distraction is a socially acceptable form of self-sabotage. It's not about being perfect. It's about choosing momentum over numbness. So really, like, why are we watching these things? What am I spending my time? What am I investing my time in? And that's the same as you invest your money. You think, is this a good investment or a bad investment? It's the same with investing in TV every night. Is it better to invest in yoga, taking a bath, like reading a book? Like, what is going to get you a better return on that time rather than just watching Netflix? Use the 1 for 1 rule. So every hour of Netflix equals 1 hour of sales activity first. So track your screen time, painful but powerful, and create a deep work zone. So phone off, timer on, and do 25-minute sprints. If you're going to watch TV for an hour, we have to do 1 hour of sales activity for that day as well. I've asked a client before to log her scrolling time for a week, and it was 19 hours. That's 2 full working days, replaced with that 5 hours of outbound and 4 hours of sales calls, and we were able to double her revenue. The future isn't hiding in a TV show, it's in the boring stuff you're avoiding. Like, there's power in these moments. There's power in your choice of what you're using to invest and spend your time in. So think about, in a week, how many times you're spending doing things that you could be doing sales or attracting clients into your business. Number 8, so she says, be willing to invest or even go into debt for knowledge. You've said, I'll invest when I make more, but that mindset is keeping you broke. The right investment multiplies your income, and the wrong mindset will keep you stuck. So write down the last 3 things that you bought that gave you a return on your investment. What have you invested in that you've seen the return come back? Then write down the last 3 things that they gave you an ROE, the return on the ego, just made you feel safe, but you didn't grow. So things that you bought, clothing, phones, whatever it is, what has returned on your ego and what's returned on your investment? Start looking at every purchase as a multiplier. Will this teach me how to earn more faster? Is it going to teach me the skill that I need, that I have a gap in the moment in my business? Is it going to teach me sales? Is it going to, if I spend this money to learn how to build my business, how quickly will I be able to grow my sales? I recently invested in my business, spending over 25K. And the reason that I did it when I wasn't ready to do it. And actually, I got the return back on my investment within 6 weeks because I committed. I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it happen. And it set into motion a new set of actions for me because I knew that I had to get the return on the investment. So waiting for the money to be in your account is just going to drag you back. Doing it before you feel ready Maybe, okay, going into debt is a personal choice, but making sure that you're not staying stuck because of fear and you're moving forward in your business. Don't fear the cost of growth, fear of staying exactly where you are. Number 9, attend events with successful people and study who's attending. If you're doing it all alone and hoping someone notices your brilliance, but the people that can change your life, they're in the rooms you're not in yet. Proximity collapses time. This is so, so true. Surround yourself with people that have already done the thing that you want to do. One conversation in the right room can unlock more than 100 posts ever will on Instagram. So choose one high level event that you'll attend in the next 90 days. Research attendees, the speakers, the sponsors, make a target of the 3 people you want to meet. So use networking events to your absolute advantage. People don't do this. They don't utilize the things that they're spending time at networking. Who do you want to speak to? Why are you going there? Prepare a simple intro. Here's what I do. Here's what I'm looking for. Here's how I can help. A client of mine who went to a mastermind feeling like the smallest person in the room, we implemented this and she left with 2 collaborations and a referral partner. And what changed? She just got in the room with a plan. You're one room away from your next breakthrough. I really believe in what Natalie has put here. And number 10, master the art of selling yourself, your ideas, and your offers. If you're great at delivering results, but when it comes to selling, you shrink, you overthink, or you discount. If you're not sold on you, no one else will be. And that's why in my self-made method, the first thing that we do is mindset and identity, because sales isn't about being pushy. It's about being convicted. It's about being convinced about what it is that you're doing and who you are in the world and what you bring into the world. If you are convinced, they will be too. So write down 5 reasons why your offer is the best decision your client can make. Practice saying your pricing out loud. Make sure your mouth doesn't or your voice doesn't do like that wonky thing when you say what your price is. And practice it every day. Do it in the mirror if you need to. A call, a pitch, a piece of content, a call to action. Just get good at saying your numbers. I had a client who was amazing at what she did, but every sales call sounded like an apology. Now we worked on that pitch, like reframing it offer so it built that really true confidence. And within weeks, she's closing her biggest ever clients and told me, I finally believe that I'm worth it. And selling isn't selfish. It's just service with a price tag. It's bringing your absolute genius to the world. Someone out there, or lots of people out there, are out there looking for the thing that you have, and they're willing to pay for it. All you need to do is put yourself out there and tell them how you can help them. That's it. If you like this video, like and subscribe for more.